Today I want to talk about the key prophetic words in our life and how to manage them and work with them. If we understand that God has sent us some significant prophetic voices, people who have a proven track record of faithful ministry in the prophetic. These are words that tend to have a great impact, and when somebody gave you this prophetic word, there's this internal recognition, man, that's true. Everything, your spirit jumps up and goes, this is true. And although you don't recognize all the aspects, and although sometimes they're way ahead of where you're currently living and experiencing, everything inside of you goes, no, I really believe that was a word from the Lord. They carry the kind of power to define and to direct our lives. If you're part of a church that obeys the scriptural injunction to not forbid prophesying and not treat them with contempt, and to invite everybody to prophesy so that the whole body can be built up, then you're used to getting prophetic words, and many people bring you the kind of prophetic words that encourage you and edify you and strengthen you and build you up. But I'm talking about the kind of prophetic word that comes from a prophet or somebody that is highly skilled in the prophetic, and they have this power of definition and direction in your life. They form part of an overview, a structural overview, a synopsis, if you like, of the ministry of God over your life. And when the Lord sort of steps back and He gives you these key prophetic words, they tend to span a larger amount of time. They're probably huge in their scope. They're big on promise. They're amazingly gracious, and they're wonderfully kind, because a word always takes on the nature of the speaker. And when God speaks to us, those are the realities we'll find. The God who never lies, watches over His word to perform it, who is called the Spirit of truth, or Jesus is called the faithful and true witness, and it says of the Father that He is not a man that He should lie. He doesn't change with shifting shadows. This is the God who is ever true, and you can take Him at His word. And when that God takes time to speak through a prophet into our lives, we should be the kind of people that take time to meditate, pray through, think on what God has said to us. Many times you will have experienced when you get a prophetic word, the blessing is beautiful, and you love the fact of the nutrient that God has seen my cry, He's heard my heart, He's recognized who I am. There's all these beauties that are unleashed in our life in the moment of the word. But there is a tremendous amount of beauty released in our life after that, as we'll take time to think through and pray through and work through that prophetic word. The people who are diligent and intentional about working with the prophetic on their lives tend to see an explosion of all the blessing of God that God intended when He gave you that word. So I'm going to encourage you to gather all the key prophetic words that God has spoken into your life in one place. Write them out, put the date, who it was that spoke the word, and then have it written out in a transcript so that you can read it often and pray it through and think on it. I've discovered that the people who are diligent like this with the prophetic words of God will bring forth life and fruit in their lives. So once again, I want to challenge you. Take some time, go and find from the different places where these prophetic words were given, collate them all together, whether you write them in your journal or put them online or have some other mechanism, but get them all together so that you can periodically read through them, pray through them, think through them. And I'll guarantee you that if you'll be diligent with this, God will explode His blessing in your life, and you'll come to understand in a much more beautiful way all the kindnesses that God has intended through those prophetic words. I'm looking forward to hearing testimonies about you, because I've seen the testimonies of this in my life many times. God bless you.